What's going on, everyone? It's the Niskel. Welcome back to Danganronpa V3. The students enter a virtual world to try to find the truth of the outside world, but somehow Mew is killed. This trial blends a virtual world with the real world. No worries, Mew. I'll find your killer. As for skills, I've got 8 fragments of friendship, I guess, to deal with. And 66 slots, so let's see what I can do with this. One moment. Okay, I think we're ready. I went ahead and added extraordinary focus just to add a little bit more focus. It's been getting more difficult to do with only 5 stars, so now we have 7 and 7. I wanted to use the envious influence and the menacing focus, which gives us max of both focus and influence, but not yet. There's a few more skills I want to get and to use. For example, laser beam. We're going to be firing truth bullets so freaking quick. And point blank. I decided to try this one out. All you have to do is touch the touchpad, and you'll be killing white noise. I want to see how that works. I'm curious. Librarian's Glare is something I had to buy. Instantly silences loud voices. We're going to be needing that for mass panic debates. And also I used Twin 6. Switches to a better car with higher top speed and better acceleration. Because Psych Taxi takes forever, and I want to get it done quicker. Alrighty. We're ready. Let's do this again for the 4th time.
Now then, let's begin with a basic explanation.
God, how many of these have you done, and you're just now getting tired of it?
Screw it. This is tiresome.
Wow, he actually said screw it.
You need more motivation!
I do. I really do. Now then, let's start this class trial.
Before we start, I just want to ask something since there's not a lot of us left. What happens if the votes result in 2 first places?
Ooh, interesting scenario.
Huh? You mean like the tie? It means they're both the blackened. As long as one of them is correct. It's fine.
Well, that's not good. That means a spotless is going to become a blackened.
Daddy, are you sure you should make a decision like that so casually?
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Thanks. Since that's answered, I can start enjoying this life or death game now.
What game? How long are you gonna keep saying that?
This entire thing is a game, Kaito. Did I just blow your mind?
Just ignore Kokichi. The rest of us need to work together to find the truth. Got it! We can't die here! Oh my! Himiko has become so determined!
Because of the power of friendship.
It's true! People really do change!
But now she's lost what made her so unique.
That's none of your business!
We should focus on the class trial. First, we need to clarify...
Kaito's the culprit!
I knew it! I knew you were gonna pull this.
What? Say that to my face!
He just did.
While we were all still logged in, Kaito logged out alone, right? You were able to move freely. Doesn't that mean you could have committed the murder?
Don't screw around! There's no way I'm the culprit!
Yeah, that's right. There's no possible way.
Kaito right. Kaito couldn't have killed Mew.
How long are you gonna keep saying that? Trusted people can still kill, you know. We already saw that a bunch of times. So many times. Since Kaede.
Oh, going for the low blow already. Very suspicious indeed. See if we can't solve that. He can't be! Because I said so. Okay, let's do it.
Kaito logged out first, by himself. Mew was still logged in, though. That's when you poisoned her, right, Kaito?
Kaito culprit? Impossible! Of course it's impossible, because I didn't do it! I mean, we found that bottle of poison on Kokichi's seat, didn't we?
The culprit was trying to pin the blame on me. That diversion was part of your plan, right, Kaito?
Well, Kaito, any last words?
What do you mean, last words?
Okay, I gotta admit, just tapping my thumb on the touchpad on the PS4 controller to kill white noise is amazing. But yeah, I totally saw the statement. And this is actually really good to do early, because this means we can get rid of a possibility of murder.
Right, Kaito.
It's actually right here. Got it!
That's wrong!
Mew wasn't killed by poison, and the warning on the label proves it. Drinking the poison would result in subconjunctival hemorrhaging. In other words, your eyes would be bloodshot.
Believe it or not, we have a back door that we can do. And this is the first time that we've seen an example where the solution to the actual thing is actually
That's when you poisoned her.
the thing that we can lie with.
I'll reveal the truth. Wait a minute, Kokichi. Mew couldn't have been killed with poison.
Shuichi, you better have a damn good lie ready.
And it's much too early to decide that Kaito is the culprit.
But why? I think it's already too late. You guys are taking so long to realize that people can kill others in a snap.
Here we go, the ultimate detective versus the ultimate liar. Let's see who has the shittier explanation.
Have you forgotten? The bottle we found at the scene was an antidote, not a poison.
That's what you came up with?
It's not like Mew could have been killed by an antidote.
She'll live even more! And, you know what? That's actually very fitting for her portrait now. She wouldn't have it any other way.
What? Are you serious here? Come on, Shuichi. That bottle definitely had poison in it. Didn't we check the label?
Well, if both of us check the label, then you already know what's amiss. As he does. I think he just wants to put Kaito on tilt at the very beginning of this, so he makes a mistake.
Is this fun for you? Messing with the trial?
Well, I mean, this is where it gets fun for both me and the culprit. So, what's this talk about an antidote? We'll just say you misunderstood the whole thing, Shuichi. We all know you wouldn't lie.
I think every single time we have tried to lie, Kokichi has bailed us out in one way or another.
Of course. I'm sorry. I was just misremembering.
Shuichi's a horrific liar, I'm finding out. Alright, let's turn this conversation around. We need to actually point out what was wrong with that statement. Call him out. You know you want to.
But Kokichi, you're misremembering as well. You were the one who told us about the warnings on the label. If you remember what was on that label, you'll see that your argument is flawed.
What warnings? Was there something like that on the label?
Uh-huh. At this point, I just don't think he likes being wrong.
So what does that mean?
With every poison, side effects may include...
It means that Mew couldn't have been killed with poison. That's what I'm trying to say.
What if you're mistaken about the antidote, Shuichi?
Samugi, skip ahead 1 page in the script. We're already past that.
Right. Well, for now, forget the antidote.
Just sweep that under the rug. Okay.
Let's focus on exactly what was written on that warning label. Drinking the poison would result in subconjunctival hemorrhaging.
AKA...
In other words, your eyes would be bloodshot.
Correct.
Oh, but Mew's body. That's right. Her eyes weren't bloodshot. She wasn't killed by that poison.
Eyes weren't bloodshot, but she still had the look of pure agony.
Then what was that poison for?
Hold on, let me cast a line here. Oh, I've got a bite! Reel it in and... Oh, look, a red herring!
Probably a diversion. The culprit wanted us to think Mew died by poison.
Then, what was her real cause of death?
Real cause of death? I think I can answer that. If it wasn't in the outside world, then that means the only way she could have died was the virtual world.
This is it! Mew's cause of death was the killing game simulator itself. In the virtual world, if your avatar takes fatal damage, your real body dies of shock. That was made clear in the program's text file.
Mew received fatal damage in the virtual world and died from that shock.
In that case, it's fair to say that the cause of death was actually the simulator.
Gonta has question.
Okay, shoot.
Where is this virtual world place? What floor is it on?
Gonta, where have you been?
If you don't understand, then don't say anything.
If Mew was killed in the virtual world, then the next thing we need to figure out is what caused her to incur fatal damage within the virtual world.
So her cause of death in the virtual world is the one that matters.
Oh, it seems like Gonta is confused. So why don't we review things a bit?
I agree. And by the way, Samugi, that is a cool-looking portrait to your right. Anyway.
So we split into 2 groups to find the secret of the outside world.
The ones who searched the mansion were me, Shuichi, Samugi, Gonta, and... that NPC Kaito.
Hey, who you calling NPC, you ASS?
Okay, Kaito, that's a pretty good one.
And the others who searched the chapel were Keyboy, Maki, Himiko, and the late Mew.
How could someone have given her fatal damage in that situation? That's what we gotta think about. Now, let's all work together.
With the power of friendship, we can figure out who killed the horny one.
Aww, little Himiko is all grown up. Too bad your chest hasn't grown up, though.
Kokichi, stop.
That was uncalled for. Someday, my chest will grow like crazy.
Why don't you just use magic?
Let's begin then.
Thank you, let's move on. The fatal damage that Mew received in the virtual world. I think I called this very early on. You don't mistake that look of agony.
In the virtual world, Mew was fatally injured. So let's focus our efforts on that first.
Whatever did that to Mew was dropped right next to her avatar. It has to be the hammer!
Or going to beat her with his bare hands.
Are we certain that blunt force was involved? I think strangulation is more likely.
It's possible she was pushed from a great height.
Could she have drowned?
Some very good suggestions, but Maki called it. Yeah, there is no mistaking that. Gasping for air, the look of terror. the fact that she's grasping at her neck,
Whoever did that to me
that's nothing but strangulation.
dropped right next to
And
her avatar.
I can't imagine it could be anything else, because we already ruled out the poison, so
We're going
I
to beat her
think,
with
yeah,
his bare hands.
somebody found a way
Are we certain that blunt force
to
was
kill
involved?
her in a very gruesome way.
Strangulation is
So thanks, Maki. Thanks for being a trained killer.
I agree. Mew's body showed severe trauma and signs of a struggle.
Yeah, she looked like she suffered. Very hard to look at.
Right. And the virtual world is connected to our 5 senses. If her body experienced pain, she must have been in pain in the virtual world as well. Knowing that, I believe Maki is correct. Mew was strangled to death.
Yeah, definitely. Strangling and poison are the only methods that can make her look like she suffocated. But we already removed the possibility of poison, so it can only be strangulation. Also, when a victim is poisoned, they commonly grab their chest or mouth. But Mew was holding her throat. It's obvious she was trying to protect her windpipe.
Oh, the Assassin Master gets really chatty when it comes to corpses.
Saw that coming.
In that case, her exact cause of death is being strangled in the virtual world.
But is strangulation even possible in the virtual world?
Hey, wait, yeah!
If the avatars were equally strong, it would be difficult to strangle a resisting victim.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, if she was just as strong as them, no way they could have strangled her.
Then the culprit would need a tool.
Yep.
There are tons of cases where a weaker person would strangle a stronger person with a rope.
Wow, you know a lot about killing, nerd.
Care to become an example?
But was there even a rope in that world? I don't remember seeing one.
Then they must have used something else as a rope.
Oh my god. If you actually take a look at the different bullets, it's almost poetic. You know, I think Mew's okay with going out via toilet paper.
This is it! During the investigation, we found toilet paper outside the mansion. I'm guessing that the toilet paper was used to strangle her.
Gonta, no can ignore that! What you mean, Shuichi?
Huh? What's wrong?
What, wrong? Shuichi goofing off! Not gentlemanly at all!
Gonta, what is going on?
There's no time for nonsense! You know can use toilet paper in place of rope! Would tear too easy!
I'll cut through your words! The toilet paper wouldn't tear.
I gotta say, that was like the easiest rebuttal I've ever had to do. It was in the first round, too.
Because in the virtual world, objects are unbreakable.
Breakable?
You're so dumb, Gonta. You didn't even know that?
If objects can't break in that world, then toilet paper shouldn't be able to tear. And since it couldn't tear, it could be used as a rope.
Can you imagine being taken out by 2-ply.
Gonta not really understand, but
No, it's alright. It's kind of complicated. Just, sit back and relax. We'll take care of the rest.
sorry, Shuichi. Gonta was wrong.
Ah, forget about it.
It's okay, Gonta. Don't worry about it.
Killed by toilet paper. It was a fitting end for her.
A fitting end? I do not fully understand that logic.
Well, you see, vulgarity begets vulgarity. And wait till I tell you that she literally objectified herself.
But if Mew was killed near the chapel, why was the murder weapon by the mansion?
Maybe the culprit tried to get rid of it to destroy the evidence.
Yeah, an extremely poor job. Maybe they screwed up?
If toilet paper was the murder weapon, then what's the deal with the hammer next to her?
Perhaps the culprit prepared a backup weapon, just in case.
No, the culprit didn't bring the hammer.
No? But who else but the culprit would bring a hammer?
Well... yeah, we already know who brought the hammer. There's a reason it was laying right next to her. Mew brought the hammer.
That's it! Mew was the one who brought the hammer.
Mew bring hammer?
Remember what she told us?
Yeah, she did say she deleted any dangerous objects.
If that were true, she wouldn't have missed something like a hammer. Meaning that Mew must have left it on purpose.
Having absolute control has its advantages.
On purpose?
But why she do that?
This is where it gets kind of messed up. What could she have used a hammer for? It wasn't just pounding nails. Just imagine if it got turned around on her. Mew would have gotten hammered. Alright, let's shed some light.
Let's assume that Mew brought the hammer. What was she planning to do with it?
Maybe use it to break down a wall?
Uses for a hammer. Gonta no! Mew gonna build stuff with hammer!
She probably just brought it for self-defense.
Or she secretly met up with someone and tried to kill them with it.
You idiot! She was the victim!
Now that's very surprising. The reason Mew brought the hammer... well,
Let's
I
assume that Mew
absolutely
brought the
agree with what Kokichi said.
What was she planning to do with it?
He called it because
Maybe
it
use it to
has to
break down
do
a
with
wall?
him.
Uses for
Oh no, this is gonna make
Gonta
Mew
no!
look
Mew gonna build
terrible.
stuff with hammer.
But you know what?
Probably just
If she
brought
was
it
trying
for
to murder
self-defense.
somebody, and she still failed using a virtual world that had everything to do with her,
I agree.
that's pretty bad.